The origins of Sighisoara go back to the Roman times. During the 1st century AD, the Dacians, ancient inhabitants of the territory of modern Romania, which eventually will develop into the Romanian people, built a fortification called Scandava. Under the Roman administration, it was known as Castrum Istinarum. During the 12th century, the Transylvanian Saxons built a new citadel which was named Scaburg. Sighisoara still stands as one of the most beautiful and best preserved medieval towns in Europe. Designated as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, this perfectly intact 16th century gem with 9 towers, cobbled streets, burgher houses, and ornate churches rivals the historic streets of Old Prague or Vienna for atmospheric magic. It is also the birthplace of Vlad Dracula, also known as Vlad Tepes or Vlad the Impaler. He is the ruler of the province of Wallachia from 1456 to 1462. It was he who inspired Bram Stoker's fictional creation Count Dracula. Vlad Dracula House is just one of the many attractions here. Others include the church on the hill with its 500-year-old frescoes, the 13th century Venetian house, and the church of the Dominican monastery, known for its Transylvanian Renaissance carved altarpiece, Baroque pulpit, Oriental carpets, and 17th century organ. Sighisoara's citadel was built in the 12th century when it was known as Castrum Sex, Fort 6, and was further strengthened and extended in the 15th century. In 1298, the town was mentioned as Skespurk, while in 1367 it was called Civitas de Sighisoara. The name of Sighisoara was first mentioned in a written document issued by Vlad Dracul. Vlad the Impaler's father in 1431. In the 14th and 15th centuries, the economic growth recorded by Sighisoara's industrious craftsmen and tradesmen ensured financial means for the construction of a strong defense system provided with 14 towers and several bastions provided with gunnery directed to all 4 cardinal points. Each tower was built, maintained, and defended by craft guild. Among of them is the most striking is the 14th century clock tower. This tower controlled the main gate of the half-mile long defensive wall and stored the town's treasures. Sighisoara was not the biggest or richest of the 7 Saxon-walled citadels in Transylvania, but it has become the best known. A walk through the town's hilly streets with their original medieval architecture, unique mix of winding cobbled alleys, steep stairways, secluded squares, towers, turrets, and enchanting preserved citadel make many visitors feel like stepping back in time. In the late medieval period, Sighisoara was at the former of the Ottoman Empire and faced repeated sieges and raids. Between 1300 and 1500, It fell upon the city's various guilds to build and maintain defensive towers. You can buy souvenirs, which you can see when you walk along the narrow alleys with cobblestone streets.
It's not authentic.
You can see clothes, magnets, stickers, or pins in the souvenir shops there. So if you're visiting Sighisoara, you have 15 places to visit there. One is Citadel, next is Clock Tower, next is Piazza Cetati or Citadel Square, and next is Church on the Hill. But before that, you have to go to covered staircase, which was made to allow students to get up to the school by the church on the hill, even when there was snow on the ground. When the staircase was finished in the 17th century, there were 300 steps, and even if only 176 remain today, it's still one of the best things you have to do today to visit when you are in Citadel. Going up to the stairs, you'll hear musicians playing at the upper level as you make your way up. So other places to visit are Monastery Church with architecture of late Gothic.
In Romania.
Another one, Rope Makers Towers, which protecting the northwest walls of the citadel. Next is the History Museum, Teos Cellar, Turnul Chismarilor,
The room
or Tower, Turnul Croitorilor, Casa Breslelor or Guild House, Holy Trinity Church, Orthodox. So visit some museums. When you go up to the clock tower, you'll see some of the crafts made by the guild men and the craftsmen. You see some of them. And when you go up to the higher level of the clock tower, you will see all the cities surrounding. You will see the beautiful spot of Sighisoara.